When Emma collapsed at her desk that morning, she thought her company would do the right thing. But instead of helping, her manager brushed it off as just stress. As the pain in her chest grew worse, emails kept piling up and no one seemed to care. Days later, when the truth about her condition surfaced, the same people who ignored her were suddenly desperate to hide what they'd done. But Emma wasn't staying silent anymore. What started as a simple cry for help soon turned into a scandal that would shake her entire company and leave everyone watching in disbelief. Emma had worked at the firm for nearly 5 years, always loyal, always dependable. She had covered late shifts, trained new employees, and even skipped vacations to meet deadlines. Her dedication made her one of the most trusted people in the office, or so she thought. But behind the smiles and polite emails, there was a cold culture of silence and pressure. When her health began to fail, whispers started spreading, and her so-called colleagues turned distant, afraid to get involved in something that might expose the truth. As Emma struggled to recover, she began noticing strange changes at work. Files related to her project disappeared, and her medical leave records were quietly altered. A few coworkers whispered that management was trying to cover something up. Her friend Olivia warned her to be careful. Someone high up wanted her gone before she could speak out. The HR director avoided her calls, and even her manager's tone shifted from dismissive to nervous. Emma realized this was bigger than just negligence, it was deliberate. Late one evening, Emma discovered an internal email chain accidentally forwarded to her. Her name was mentioned repeatedly alongside phrases like liability risk and contain the story. Her hands trembled as she read each line. The company had known about her medical condition all along, but chose to ignore it to avoid bad publicity. Heart racing, she printed every file she could find, afraid they might vanish overnight. As she locked her office drawer, she sensed someone watching her from the hallway. The next morning, Emma arrived to find her access card disabled and her desk cleared out. Security claimed it was a routine update, but she knew better. Her laptop and files were gone, everything she'd gathered as proof. Panic set in until Olivia called, whispering that she'd made backup copies of the documents before they disappeared. But before Emma could respond, a message flashed on her phone from an unknown number. Asterisk, stop digging, or you'll regret it. Asterisk, her heart sank. Someone was watching every move. Determined not to be silenced, Emma and Olivia sent the evidence to a trusted journalist, exposing the company's negligence and cover-up. Within days, the story exploded online, sparking public outrage and investigations. Executives resigned, and the firm's reputation crumbled overnight. But just when Emma thought it was over, the journalist revealed something shocking. The anonymous whistleblower who first tipped them off wasn't Olivia or Emma. It was Emma's own manager, desperate to save himself before the truth completely destroyed him. In the aftermath, Emma found peace knowing the truth was finally out. The company that once dismissed her pain became a warning story across the corporate world. She chose not to return but instead began helping others speak up against workplace neglect. Olivia stayed by her side, proud of what they'd accomplished. Though scars remained, Emma learned that silence protects no one. Her story became a reminder that doing what's right can cost everything, but sometimes that's how real change begins.